I think today is going to be a day that we're tackling a topic that is not really talked about because, like, let's be real, it is not that stupidly interesting as like cameras and lenses, for example. But before we do that, all right, let's get going. Welcome back, you guys. My name is Benza. Thank you so much for coming and checking out this video. Today, I'm going to be talking about a light that I purchased recently and started using on shoots, and it didn't break the bank. Seriously, the light topic is kind of like a thing that goes on to the back burner because it is just not that stupidly interesting. It doesn't have a lot of specs. It does not have like shiny glass onto it, but it's, in my opinion, one of the most important things that a photographer or a videographer should be caring about. If you're a long time or just a recently started photographer, you probably come across a brand called Aputure, which is an incredible light brand. I actually have one of their smaller little lights. It is this little pocket light that has a couple of filters and it lives inside the bag. It is super compact. It's called the Amaran. It is absolutely amazing. That being said though, this light is cheap, but the rest of Aputure is actually quite expensive. And if you go onto their website, you'll probably see that the price tag starts to hit like the 1,000 range just for the light itself. Then on top of that, you have to pick up a light dome because you have to diffuse the light. You can't be using harsh light all the time. So it is quite pricey to get an Aputure light. And this is where all hail, we finally have, in my opinion, a contender for Aputure. And that is this big guy, the Godox SL60W. If you're not familiar with this light, it very much looks like the Aputure. It has the shape, it has the top handle, it has a back panel over here with some light controls and the actual on and off button, as well as a power adapter. This is a single temperature light, meaning you can't color it from cool temperatures to warm temperatures. So in that case, this light is actually kind of suffering compared to the Aputure. However, it still comes with a little remote control and it comes with a reflector, which you might use, you might not use depending on your shoot, as well as a couple of color diffusers. So in all technicalities, you could just use the blue and the orange diffusers to kind of change temperature, but I've just been using the white one for a shoot. Here's the thing, I'm really excited about this light because it very much resembles the Aputure and it very much kind of gets close to, in performance, to the Aputure, let's say 120D, but it does not have the price tag. This light comes in at $177 Canadian. And you can even get like $10 off of it on Amazon if you purchase it. I'll actually drop a link below so you can go and check it out. If you open this bad boy up, you take that little latch off and you very much see the same kind of setup as an Aputure. You see that there is a LED panel, an LED chip in the middle, and the ring on the outside. This baby is so damn powerful, like I can't even describe it to you. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna flash a clip of a promo video that I just recently shot for Ashley Resch and her fitness program.
Y'all ready for this?
In this video, we used fog used the same kind of softbox lighting that I have going on here, which actually is like a Canadian studio, like double light sort of thing. It is a very, very cheap light, but it is great for kind of just like small little fillers, as you would be able to tell on the video, as well as you can see it on here. The Godox was the baby that backlit that entire scene, and if you pay attention, you will be able to see that I've been using the little reflector, so it's quite a harsh light. It makes Ashley stand out very, very, very much, but it lights up the entire kind of scene in addition to the key light that's facing her. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a rundown as to what the lighting looks like, and I wanted to come and get my iPad so I can kind of draw this thing out for you. So this is what we have working with. So essentially, I have the gym, right? And as I have the gym, I have Ashley standing right there. So as Ashley is standing right there, I have two lights that I can use in very, very limited space. So we have some workout equipment on this side, we have some workout equipment on this side, and essentially we have the Godox SL60W on the backlight here, SL60W, kind of backlighting her so that you can see that nice halo, kind of like hairline effect. Then we have the softbox just kind of over here. Let's do soft, which is just kind of projecting a little bit of light, not as much as the Godox. It actually projects a little bit of smaller light, but because it's much, much more diffuse, it's a lot more even. So you see quite the harshness coming from the back, but you see a very, very soft kind of light that hits her on the face. And on top of that, we actually have a smaller little fog machine right beside her, which keeps on blasting her with some water-based fog, creating this whole like really kind of cool, creating this. And we have that there, which kind of creates this whole entire like very badass effect. It is super cool. So reasons why you should buy the Godox SL60W. A, it is terribly cheap, like 80% cheaper than the Aperture 120D. Here's one thing that the Godox lacks in compared to the 120D, other than temperature control, and that is the fact that meanwhile you can hook up a battery to the Aperture 120D, you cannot do that with the Godox. So you have to be constantly supplying it with power, meaning you have to carry around some extension cords, you have to either get a generator, which actually kind of defeats the purpose of having such a small and portable light. But there are some things that you should take in consideration before taking this bad boy out, let's say to a middle of the field in the middle of the night. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I hope you found some information that is very useful, and hopefully you can save yourself some money by buying this light if you don't have the budget for a bigger guy. Once again, my name is Benson. Thanks so much for coming back, and we'll see you guys in the next one.